Hey y'all, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. And if you're new around here, hello and welcome. My name is Katie Marie. I'm a lover of eyeshadow palettes, and today I'm going to be talking about another eyeshadow palette, and I cannot wait to share this with you. It is a new launch from Nomad Cosmetics called the Iceland Fire and Ice palette. I am so excited. This literally just landed on my doorstep like 30 minutes ago. I was about to put the kids to bed, so I put them all to bed, took my eye makeup off that I had on for today, and we're sitting down and I'm going to do a first impressions tutorial with you guys, and we'll do some swatches and just have a ton of fun with this new launch from Nomad Cosmetics. The main portion of this video is just going to be playing with the palette and doing a look with it and giving you guys my first initial impressions, doing one look with it. But after this tutorial, we will go ahead and swatch them out on my arm just so you guys can see how they look. But I haven't even showed you guys yet. Look at the inside of this palette. I was so excited when I saw this color story and this layout when they officially launched it. I think it's really beautiful. It's got that blue-green theme to it, but there's a lot of uniqueness with these other more warm tones in the middle here, and just everything about this palette, I was intrigued. I feel like the last palette I tried from Nomad, which was their Cartagena Magica palette, the thing that kind of pulled it back from being a standout palette for me was that there wasn't any depth to this palette, and it was very kind of like one or two looks you can get and that was it. Whereas this palette, I just see so many, let me just stick that there. So many options. They have the deep tones in there for me to really be able to deepen up a look, but they also have a lot of light. They have some pastels in here. They have the blues, they have the greens, they have this warm row here. There's just a lot that I can see that I can do with this palette. And then also, I mean, this is very superficial, but it means a lot to me. The palette, the pressing of each shadow is stunning. I cannot believe it. I'm gonna show you guys up close before I dip into it because it's so beautiful. I almost don't want to use it because I know it's gonna mess up the pressing, and it's just so beautiful. I cannot wait to dive in. So let's just keep this intro very short and sweet. I'm gonna zoom on in, prime my eyes, and we can get started creating a look with the Nomad Cosmetics, what's it called? I just said it. Iceland Fire and Ice palette.
Before we do that though, let's go ahead and do my Instagram shout out for today. And for today, I'm going to be highlighting this commenter from my most recent Instagram post. They left this really sweet comment and it just stood out to me and I really do appreciate it. So yeah, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to comment on my posts over on Instagram. I really do appreciate it. And you are my Instagram shout out for today.
Okay, so I primed my eyes with my LORAC Behind the Scenes eyeshadow primer and also the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I did these two for my base. What should we do? There's so many options. I love that this has a fire, like impressions. It's a fire, and then these cooler tones are ice and snowflakes. It's so very cute. What should I do? You would think I'd been thinking about this because I knew it was coming today, but no. I'm still undecided because that is me. I think I want to go very warm for my inner corner, so I'm kind of thinking these in the crease, at least that orange in the crease, and then kind of going out to go into that cool tone and can use that to blend it out on the outer corner, and then using probably this on my like outer corner, smoking it out here. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. So let's just do that and see where it takes us. Okay, so that was really easy and seamless. And why not? Let's go ahead and just go in with a little bit of the red. So I'm gonna take this little tiny brush. This is Sigma's E47. I'm gonna pick up that shade here. Okay, again, very easy. I'm just gonna go back into that first shade and finish marrying them. Make sure it's pretty seamless. That looks really pretty. Gave it a little bit of orangeness to this inner corner look that I think will look really pretty when I put down that green, cutting it out. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a bigger type of crease brush for this outer corner, and let's go ahead and just dive right into it. Let's see what this shade and see what it does when I put it on the outer corner and what it does when I kind of marry the two, and we'll go from there. Okay, my camera battery died, but anyway, I'm still blending. I was just starting to put this on here. But I was gonna say, I feel like this should work because I am being inspired by Peachy. My children are talking, they're supposed to be sleeping. We'll see if that happens. Anyway, I was inspired by just Peachy D on Instagram. She's the owner of DJ's Unique Boutique, but she did a look, and I remember seeing the orange and the blue in her crease and thinking what a cool combination that was. So this, I feel like this should work. Maybe I'm misremembering her look. I'll leave her Instagram down below if you want to go check it out after this or while I'm blending, just to see her look, because I can't exactly remember. Okay, so I like how that's looking. Not too bad here. It's a little bit, you know, it's not like the most seamless blend from the orange to the blue, but it's not bad. I'm not mad at it. So I'm gonna leave that there for now. I'm gonna go in with a more fluffier brush, and I'm sorry for the background noises. Like I said, I just put my kids to bed and jumped in here to do this look, so they're making little noises as they talk to each other. But I'm going into that shade that I just pointed, Prig, and I'm gonna use it to blend this out. I want to lighten this up a bit because it is more of a cool tone blue, almost slash steel, and I just want to bring a little bit of lightness to it. I don't want it to go too dark up in here. Okay, so at this point, I do like the little bit of lightness that it gave to the top of my look here. I feel like it just kind of helped soften this out and make sure there's no harsh lines, because I like my looks to not have harsh lines here at the top. Anyway, at this point, I'm going to go in with a more tapered brush like this. This is the E27, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but it has a cute little gnome on it. I'm going to pack it on my outer corner and blend it up into here. Ooh, that's a fun crease combination, and then I'm going to cut it out and put that bright green. Okay, so slight change of plans. I just used the NYX, can I even show you the right way? Their glitter primer, because I do know their shimmers, they tend to have good color, but they are so soft that they travel, so I want to make sure they stay today. So I'm putting glitter glue down, and I want to see how pigmented they are, so I don't want to put a concealer down, if that makes sense. So now, for the part that I've been looking forward to the most, I want to take this green, and I'm going to put that, cutting my crease right on the top, because I'm also really eyeing this shade. Let's just start with the green and we'll see what happens. Do I want to put that red in there? There is some fallout of the dark shade here. Am I even on the camera screen? Okay, I'm gonna keep coming up here to cut it because I just feel like this green will make it, it's just gonna be such a pretty cut crease. And then let me grab another brush and we're gonna pop on that red, that shade right there. Ooh, that's fun. So now just to marry these two together. So I'm just gonna go back and forth with the two colors until I like the transition. Okay, so I got a little bit carried away when I was doing my makeup over here, and I was like, oh, I wonder what it'd be like to tap this shade right here in between the two. It just looks so sparkly and pretty, so I did tap it a little bit. I don't even know if you'd be able to see the difference. However, just to keep it the same and to show you guys what I did, I'm gonna do it on this side too. And I just took that shade on my finger and I tapped it right there where the two meet, and it's very similar to the green that I already put on, except it's a lot deeper, and I would say it's much more of like a topper shade if you were to actually like apply it, but it has a lot more sparkle than the green one, so that is the difference that I see. Anyway, I put it on, like I said, I don't even think you'll be able to see much of a difference, but that's why I did, so I'm showing you guys. And then I just went back in with that red just to make sure me and my fat fingers didn't totally erase the red, and that's what I did there. So now I'm going to go into that blue on the outer corner. I'm just going to tap it in because I don't like to see that line where the shimmer ends if I can help it. The red is definitely the one I feel like giving the most fallout of all of the looks. Like there's definitely just a lot of fallout. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish out my lower lash line inner corner, and then that way I can hop off camera and, you know, do my wings and mascara. For my lower lash line, I totally had a blank there. I want to use this shade on the outer corner just to use something different and to see what it's like, and then I think I'm going to smoke it out with this shade so it's not too far off from that outer corner and to tie it all together. And I'm going to stick it right against the lower lash line. I'm just curious. Ooh, I was curious how deep this shade goes, but boy, that is an intense smoky gray toned brown. It's really pretty. Yeah, that took no work. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a little fluffy brush. I'm going to start with that shade. I feel like that'll help tie it all in, and if that's too dark, I can go in with the lighter tone. But yeah, those shades took no work to, you know, blend out in on the lower lash line. I'm really happy. I really don't like how my under eyes look. They look terrible trying to re-put concealer on my face after I took off my makeup. But anyway, let's go with the inner corner. And this is where I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna do this one, even though there's like a bunch of different ones that I could go with, but I'm gonna do this one just so it's not too green and just like mesh into what I have going. So this one I'm doing is much more of like a silver blue. So I'm hoping that'll make it pop and kind of tie the whole look together with that with the, you know, blues I used on the outer corner. Ooh, that's pretty. You have to tell me, am I too close? Would you guys prefer me to be farther back? I never know. For me personally, I'm always like, get me as close to the eyes as possible. But I feel like most YouTubers back it up a bit just to make it comfortable and not so awkward of an angle for them to chat as they do their makeup. But anyway, let me know what you would prefer. I am always curious. I never quite know how close to do it. But yeah, this is pretty much the look. I'm going to finish it out with some liner and mascara, and yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so here is the completed look. What do you guys think? Per usual, I know, everyone says this every time, but what do you guys think? This is the completed look. I actually went on just now and checked out just Peachy's look because I was like, did I actually copy her? And I'm sorry, I kind of sort of did. I mean, she did use purple in there somewhere a little bit, but besides that, this look was heavily inspired, definitely the crease work by her. So I'm so sorry, I just had that in my mind and that's where my mind went. I swapped the colors like I said, and she did, you know, warm on the outside and cool on the inside, but still, it's very similar to the one she looks. So I will leave her link down below. Definitely give her credit for the inspiration for this look. But yeah, here is the finished look. I really like how it turned out. I feel like I was able to get a really seamless blend considering the two colors that I put on my lid were so opposite, you know, the red and the green. I like how the look turned out. You'll have to tell me what you think. But yeah, this is the first look and I thought everything blended and worked together so beautifully. There is a lot of fallout, as I said throughout the video, so keep that in mind. This is definitely, I mean, I personally always do my eyes first. So yeah, overall, super duper pleased. I cannot wait to do more looks with it. As I said, I can already see so many looks I cannot wait to dive into, so I'm really inspired to continue using this, and I will definitely be giving you guys a review on this at the end of the month, probably sometime in the beginning of February, so look forward to that. Let me know if you'd like to see more looks. I don't plan on doing a 3 looks 1 palette just because I don't really have time to, but let me know and maybe I can definitely put one over on Instagram. So I think what I'm going to start doing from now on is if I get a lot of requests to do a 3 looks 1 palette or just do more looks with a palette and I don't have time to on my YouTube, I'm going to start putting them over on Instagram because I can definitely do that a lot faster and more easily in like reels and whatnot. So if you want to see more looks with it, let me know down in the comments and then follow me over on Instagram. I'm LadyKatie92 over there and I'll try to get a look up. But yeah, I cannot wait to dive into this. It's so very pretty. Let's go ahead and swatch it. I did say I was going to swatch it, didn't I? Let's do that. Okay, so let's just go top row and over, starting with this. I'm not going to say the names because you saw me struggling. Okay, my camera battery died again. I don't know if both my camera batteries are just starting to go out. Fingers crossed, let's keep moving. But anyway, their imprints, like the pressing that they do on their shadows, let me put this lower because it's very washed out. Okay, I think you can see that a little bit better. This is a pastel shade, but anyway, their imprints are so softly done that just touching them kind of starts to make them go away, and it's so sad because they're so beautiful. But there are the first 4 shadows. Those are 1 shimmer and 3 mattes. Okay, moving on. This one is more of a topper. It's very sheer, but lots of sparkle to it. Same as this one. That's the one I think I tapped over my eyelid. That one's pretty. I don't think I picked up a lot of it. Sorry about that. Let's put that, give it justice there. Very pretty. Alright, next set of 4. Can't wait to use that shade in a look. It's just such a pretty, like, grungy dark green. And that's the one we used on our lid. Very pretty. That's the matte we had on our outer corner. Oop, let me grab a little bit more. This is the matte we put in our crease. Okay, now on to the last 3 left. I would say they're swatching nice. Definitely nothing too crazy. I am not like a harsh swatcher or like a hard swatcher. I tend to like just swatch very gently and just build it up a little bit. I don't know, I don't put a whole lot of stock in like the quality of a shadow just from how they swatch, so that's why I don't work too hard on it, but just looking at these, like, the mattes are definitely very, very soft and beautiful. They remind me of the typical formula when it comes to Nomad Cosmetics, so very happy with them. And then the shimmers too, there's a mixture of different formulas of shimmers, so I'm really excited to continue using them. Some of them, like I was saying, are definitely more so just topper shadows, but there are a good amount of them that has good colors, kind of like the two that I used. I'm excited to use that blue there. This white one I think would be beautiful because as much as it almost looks just like an inner corner, just a very bright shiny shade, it looks like it has a lot of pigment to it, so I'm definitely going to be using that all over the lid in a look. And yeah, there is the palette all swatched out. So yeah, I think that's going to about do it for today's video. As I said, I just wanted to create a look on camera. I was so excited to get this palette in the mail. Nomad's launches are always so much fun to participate in, and they always like give hints. If you've never participated in one of their like launch clues, it's so much fun. Whenever they have a new palette coming out, they always give you a couple clues before revealing the actual palette, but it's also just so fun the way they theme everything around a location and then give you clues, and it's fun to go Googling and be like, okay, where could this possibly be? And the packaging is just so beautiful. They do a great job presentation wise, color story wise, and just yeah, all the little details is absolutely beautiful. A nice mirror too, honestly, like it's a nice size mirror, and I love like how it's fire on the inside and ice on the outside. Touches like that is just amazing. I so appreciate them. And yeah, Nomad is just that brand that I really like their formula. Their eyeshadows are just so easy to work with. They're definitely that brand that it's very pigmented and soft, but it's also beginner friendly. There's just something about it that's very special, and I just highly recommend them, and I cannot wait to continue using this palette and give you guys my full review whenever I finish that. Hopefully beginning of February. Like I said, I'll stick it in my palette palooza for January. But yeah, with all that said, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And as I already stated, check me out over on Instagram. I'm LadyKatie92, and if you want more looks, let me know that down in the comments and follow me over there, and I'll try to get another look up in a couple days or what have you, whenever I'm able to. But I'll try to do more looks on Instagram with, you know, like Instagram Reels with palettes that I get a lot of requests for. So I'm able to do that for you guys, even if I can't put a official like video with a bunch of tutorials out here on YouTube. So yeah, with all that said, I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.